Built to Last is brought to you by the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council Labor Management Committee and Armstrong Ceilings. Faster, easier, better. Welcome to Built to Last. I'm Mark Nilsson here in St. Louis, Missouri at the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council Apprentice Training Center. On Built to Last, we cover stories and projects about the Mid-America Carpenters throughout its territory of Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, and eastern Iowa. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council is shining a light on the nation's future through their work in the renewable energy sector. In fact, they're working on the nation's largest single-phase solar development right here in the heartland. And the Mid-America Carpenters are playing a critical role in its construction at every phase, from the layout and installation of the solar piles and mechanical racking to the mounting of the solar modules. The Union Carpenters are providing a skilled workforce, building renewable energy infrastructure throughout the Midwest and the country.
Solar is the new way of the future. Green energy is very, very important.
If we're here to protect our Mother Earth, green energy is definitely the way to go. At this scale, solar is a new market. We've never seen solar at this scale throughout this country.
This is the future. These are where your jobs are at.
The industry's grown to where we're building massive hundreds of megawatts size utility scale facilities that are replacing and really providing more diversity to the power that's getting put on the grid.
Hopefully solar is just going to keep continuing. It seems to be growing constantly, and the technology of the panels has been getting better and better, so it's going to be something that I think is going to last for a long time here.
Solar power is the most abundant energy resource on Earth. It's cost-effective, efficient, and in demand. The U.S. currently has enough solar installations to power 25 million homes, but that figure is expected to grow 5 times larger over the next decade. The Mid-America Carpenters are ready for the challenge, as they're currently building the country's largest single-phase solar development for Swift Current Energy. The Double Black Diamond project is located just south of Springfield, Illinois.
2.5 miles wide, 6 miles long, so yeah, it's a huge project.
It's 800 megawatts DC. It's on 4,100 acres, broken into 192 power blocks. The 800 megawatts will convert and get into the grid and offset emissions for about 80,000 homes.
I think it's all about diversification of power. So adding more solar power and more wind power and replacing aging coal-fired facilities is an important thing for our infrastructure as a country.
Union Carpenters are going to install 1.6 million solar modules on a 4,100 acre solar farm.
In a typical day, we will have 4 crews throwing up 10,000 panels.
This is a articulating solar farm, which articulating means that it does move.
When everything's powered up, they'll be facing east. They track throughout the day. At the end of the day, they're facing west.
The project benefits from the recently passed Inflation Reduction Act. By keeping it made in the USA, contractors receive tax credits from the federal government.
A lot of the parts coming in are made in America.
You have the tracker systems. The steel's coming from Pittsburgh, and then we have the solar modules themselves that are coming from Ohio.
Also playing a role is the state's Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, which aims to have Illinois using 100% clean energy by 2050. Members of the Mid-America Carpenters will be crucial to the success of the project.
Just about 1 million craft hours here, and about half of those coming from carpenters.
We have about 85 carpenters on site right now. At the peak, we're looking at about 200. We are about 6 months into it, so we've got the biggest part of this project yet ahead of us. So recruitment efforts are going to be huge for our needs.
It's just the goal in general for solar that we want to be the leading trade union out there for the racking and the installation and driving the pile of this. A lot of solar manufacturers have had issues with improper installations. We want to show the manufacturers that we're taking the leading edge on training our workers to properly do this work. If it's not installed correctly, it's not going to work correctly.
In this trade, you're going to learn every aspect of it, whether you're a bridge builder or welder, scaffold, solar.
The things that we offer and the things that we have to learn to become a journeyman carpenter and to be the best is by training. And we offer the greatest training in the world.
The Double Black Diamond facility has an estimated lifespan of 30 to 35 years. While the bulk of the energy will be headed for Chicago, $100 million in tax revenues is expected to go to the communities in central Illinois.
One of the off-takers is Chicago. Some of this energy is going to be going up to support O'Hare Airport and Midway Airport. There's other off-takers like Loyola and PPG and State Farm.
Morgan County and Sangamon are going to benefit in tax revenues, which will fund their schools, it'll fund their police stations. Not only are we providing power to the end users, but the community is going to invest, and it's going to be a huge economic impact.
The economic growth around here is stupendous. They're hitting all the small restaurants, the gas stations, the hotels, the apartments. There's a lot of money being spent for these little rural towns.
The carpenters are the best in the industry. On this project, they can identify key advantages to build these faster, better, safer, with quality assurance at every step of the way. Building these projects respecting schedules and building them on time and within budget.
Armstrong takes pride in making a positive difference in people's lives. With the broadest portfolio in the industry and proven technical performance, contractors can install with confidence. Our ceiling construction expertise, training, and pre-engineered solutions make it seamless to transition from one end of the building to the other. Solutions like Frame-All drywall grid, including simple soffit prefabricated bend and click soffit framing, the faster, easier, better way to build from Armstrong.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, community, or utility scale solar systems, developers throughout the Midwest are integrating renewable energy systems into a variety of businesses and construction developments, and this demand is growing every day. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council are the skilled energy professionals in building and installing sustainable, precision-built structures, adding value at all the stages of construction.
They're able to look for key advantages that we might be able to implement to install them faster and better.
From solar arrays to wind turbine developments, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council provides a professional, skilled, local workforce to build these renewable energy developments throughout the Midwest, providing the highest quality and safety standards in the industry. Insist on the best in delivering your project needs, on time and within budget.
Welcome back to Built to Last. I'm Mark Nilsson. As the nation moves away from its dependence on fossil fuels, a huge new industry is coming to light. Solar power is rapidly growing, and with that growth, countless jobs are being created. To fill these career pathways, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council is in full gear, training new apprentices, journeymen, and journeywomen alike. And at the same time, the Carpenters are maintaining one of their principal values of creating a workforce that is diverse, equitable, and inclusive.
It's a little scary to know that my hands have touched every pile at least once out here, some more than others.
To look over as far as the eye can see, you know it was touched by the carpenters. There's so many man hours, there's so much time put in.
We have 1 million man hours coming in here, and about 450,000 of them are carpenters.
It's supposed to be about a 2-year project, and right now they're pulling 6 days a week, 10-hour days.
A significant percentage of the workforce on the Double Black Diamond project is being supplied by the Mid-America Carpenters Apprenticeship Training Program. Once again, the Inflation Reduction Act plays an important role, as does the U.S. Department of Labor.
The Inflation Reduction Act is a big component to this project because you're able to capitalize on a 30% tax credit by utilizing a Department of Labor apprentice program.
They send us a lot of apprentices. They're eager to learn.
I started as a tender for the pile crew. I drove the pile on the ground with the operator, and then after that I moved to QC. I ran pipe laser and tape laser, We are now installing the solar panels on top of the tubes.
Our regional council is flexible to the point where we are poised to train that next generation of renewable energy carpenters. This particular project here, Double Black Diamond, the tracker system that they use, we've got the same exact system in our training facility.
That's our goal, is to make the classroom as close as possible to the field so when they get out there, it's like they were just doing it in class.
Getting craft employees that understand how to install solar when they get here, as opposed to figuring it out after they get here, is huge for a lot of reasons. For safety, performance, quality performance, schedule, production. Getting past that learning curve as soon as possible is really a big, important thing because these jobs go so fast.
Since I've been in the union, I've got several friends to also do it with me. I try to get as many people in as I can because I think it's a great thing, honestly.
Recruitment is key. With the baby boomers hitting retirement age, the Mid-America Carpenters are going to need plenty of new tradesmen and women.
I'm getting ready to retire. I couldn't ask for a better way to finish up. It's all about green energy now. So this is the next phase. A lot of kids are gonna make some good money off this for the years to come.
And that includes young women, as Mid-America is seeking untapped talent through its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives.
Well, it just seemed like the right decision. I'm able to be home more with my family now, and the benefits are fantastic, the insurance.
I'm a pretty avid person in the Sisters of the Brotherhood. You know, I try to support women no matter what trade they're in. I think our brains are wired differently, so that kind of helps that we think outside the box.
I started doing solar fresh out of high school, and I've been doing it for about 5-6 years now. I feel like it's a new wave of the jobs and everything like that, and it's pretty easy for everybody to get into it.
McCarthy Construction has been great to work with. Just in our recruitment efforts, we've been able to increase our membership in just a 6-month period, so it's a win-win.
I see a lot of job security. We're going to be here for a little while.
Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council is looking to increase our membership, but not just increase the membership. We want our union to look like America, which is a diverse place. This is why America is the greatest country in the world.
It's putting men and women to work. It's teaching them a skill. It is something that'll last a lifetime.
We have projects like this that are 2 years, and second-year apprentices, they come out here and they'd be journeymen by the time they're done.
There are career opportunities here for everyone of all race, creed, and gender. We are looking for as many new participants, new members, new apprentices that are willing to go out and get their hands dirty.
Key word is diverse talent, because it brings you a different outlook, a different worldview, brings you a different way of looking at things. And as a result of looking at it from a different way, you spark creativity, and that's what sets Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council apart from all the rest of the unions.
Want a great career? Join the Carpenters Union and be part of the next generation building our communities. With the Carpenters Union Career Connections program, high school students get a head start on the industry's leading curriculum. Learn the latest in construction technology and the many skilled crafts the Carpenters Union represents. Plus, earn as you learn. Receive a nice paycheck, health insurance benefits, and best of all, no college debt. Ask your school district to participate in the Career Connections program and get started on your future.
Unions need a collective voice, just like workers do. We built the Midwest Coalition of Labor to bring unions together to provide valuable benefits beyond the health care and retirement that their members already receive. Because we know that with numbers, there is strength. Strength that gives us the purchasing power to negotiate the best supplemental benefits that our members deserve at the lowest cost possible. Because united we bargain, divided we beg. Contact the MCL to see how your union can join our growing coalition.
Welcome back to Built to Last. I'm Mark Nilsson. As the economy ebbs and flows, having a secure and steady job can bring relief during times of stress. To ensure this security for all of its members, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council has a program that is designed to not only keep its members working during tough economic times, but has other long-lasting benefits as well.
In 2008, there was an economic recession. In our industry, it slowed it down, and a lot of members weren't going to work, including myself.
The single-family home market almost failed to exist. It went down to 15% of its norm. In the Chicagoland area, we went from somewhere around 30,000 single-family homes being built as far down as 4,000 being built in 2009, 2010.
With projects that take years to develop and complete, the construction industry needs financial security to weather economic downturns like the Great Recession of 2008. ProLoan is an innovative strategy supported by the trade unions that not only helps provide that security, but keeps its members working as well.
The ProLoan program began in St. Louis in the late 1980s, early 1990s for homebuyers to build new single-family homes. There was an understanding that those single-family homes would be built with signatory contractors till the economic crisis in 2008, 2009.
Like many cities in the U.S. coping with the effects of the recession, the city council leaders of Clayton, Missouri were looking for a way to bolster their city's economy and attract younger residents.
Clayton is a relatively small community, 2.5 square miles is all, and 17,000 people living here full-time. During the week, we swell to about 50,000 in population because of all the working folks that come in for businesses or for the courts. So we did a master plan update for the downtown, what downtown Clayton would look like and be like over the next decade or so. It was called the Livable Communities Plan, and so one of the things that came out of that was that we want to increase our residential downtown.
Multifamily housing, which was really the only thing that was in a growth spurt during the Great Recession, is there were apartment buildings being built everywhere. The bond program that we're interested in are those Ginnie Mae securities that create construction loans for multifamily projects.
With the single-family housing market in turmoil, the ProLoan program started investing in multifamily construction as well.
Our credit-enhanced housing bonds that directly finance the new construction or substantial rehab of apartment projects around the country. It started in 2008 with the Mid-America Carpenters. They're the anchor to the fund.
Since the single-family home market almost didn't exist anymore, or it didn't at least for a while, the ProLoan program moved into doing HUD deals, which are government agency, federal government bond funds that create construction loans for multifamily housing.
So it's good investment for them. They provide financing for great projects, and they build jobs for the carpenters and other tradespeople.
One such project is the new Bemiston Place building in the heart of downtown Clayton.
Bemiston Place will provide just a great lifestyle and quality of life for everybody that lives in Clayton and everybody that works in Clayton.
So we're working on a multifamily housing development that has 3 layers of parking garage below and of 237 units. It's going to be a high-end luxury apartment complex.
Bemiston Place is a mixed-use development. You're going to have shops and businesses on the lower level parking, and people are going to live above. Traditionally in Clayton, it's always been a work town where from 9 to 5, you go to work and then you go home.
It's been said in the past that you could probably fire a cannon down Forsyth Boulevard at 6 p.m. or after and not hit anybody. We want a more vibrant, more active downtown. We want kids who go off to college and go off to work to come back and live here because it's a community that provides the things that they need and are looking for.
Like every city in America, there's a need for housing. This is an area that has a tremendous demand for market rate housing.
This program helps build communities by making projects happen.
It helps to build the financial stability of a city. Cities have to grow or they die.
The ProLoan program not only stabilizes cities' economic development, but keeps the hardworking members of the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council and other trade unions working.
ProLoan on its own is a good investment, but the collateral benefit of it is that it puts our people to work.
Well, I mean, ultimately it gains hours for all the trades and more man hours, more money for everybody involved. I have a lot of pride in this and what I do.
We want to keep our members working. We want to keep them in health insurance, have a pension so they can retire with dignity.
And our objective is to make it a win-win scenario for all of our investors.
It means a lot to actually have my hands and feet grounded and stand in this area and help build something 30 years down the line. I can say to my grandchildren that, yes, I've helped build that building.
It's kind of like a never-ending program where you're building the projects, you're moving the economy along, giving people good places to live, and it's win-win for everybody involved.
Trade up. Trade up. Right here. Right now. Working for a non-union contractor, I never got a pay raise. Now I get a raise every year working as a union carpenter.
No matter how many kids you have, you're fully covered.
Every hour you work, money's going into your retirement, your annuity. For non-union, they don't have a school program, classes you can take.
You can take the commercial aspect of it, or you can go the residential.
Trade up.
Trade up. Trade up. Right here.
Right now.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, community, or utility-scale solar systems, developers throughout the Midwest are integrating renewable energy systems into a variety of businesses and construction developments, and this demand is growing every day. The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council are the skilled energy professionals in building and installing sustainable, precision-built structures, adding value at all the stages of construction.
They're able to look for key advantages that we might be able to implement to install them faster and better.
From solar arrays to wind turbine developments, the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council provides a professional, skilled, local workforce to build these renewable energy developments throughout the Midwest, providing the highest quality and safety standards in the industry. Insist on the best in delivering your project needs, on time and within budget.
Welcome back to Built to Last. I'm Mark Nilsson. Joining us now for a discussion about members-only benefits is Ken Edwards, Director of the Midwest Coalition of Labor. Welcome, Ken.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
One of the many great things about union, the benefits.
All day, every day, Mark.
What is the Midwest Coalition of Labor?
So, look, you said benefits, right? So in addition to the benefits that you get through the union, you already get them, higher wages, a pension, health insurance, job security, a say in your working life. What the Midwest Coalition of Labor does is we provide benefits over and above what you get through your union.
Tell me about its history.
Initially, it started as a result of a Supreme Court case that came down in 2018 called Janus, which made all public employees in the United States right to work. And what right to work means in plain English is you don't have to pay dues, but you can take advantage of the union, which is, in our opinion, absolute nonsense.
Right.
So we formed this coalition of 5 unions right here in Chicago, carpenters being one of them, operators, electricians, laborers, and said, in order to get these benefits, you have to pay your dues and be a member in good standing. And we started with 5 unions, and today we have 400 locals, almost 250,000 members in 11 states. It has grown exponentially.
How does it all work?
We combine our economies of scale, right? And we buy benefits for our members. So for example, in construction, right, which we're predominantly construction, our members have a hard time getting life insurance. And we now hold $6 billion in life insurance coverage because if you had had a heart attack in the past or you had cancer and are in remission, you can buy life insurance through our program, and we also give free life insurance. You can buy life insurance through our program without answering a single medical question or having an exam. It's just yours for buying.
As long as you're a union guy.
As long as your card is paid up, as long as you're a member in good standing, you can take advantage of any of the benefits that we offer. Roadside assistance, legal services, like I said, life insurance, free college, just a plethora, a ton of benefits.
Taking care of your people.
Trying to take care of not only our people, but their families.
Yeah, absolutely. How does the Midwest Coalition of Labor work with the Mid-America Carpenters and other unions?
So it's a great question, and especially the carpenters, right? What the carpenters are doing, we find very interesting. I personally find it very interesting. They're consolidating, right? They're merging, they're consolidating power, they're leveraging their economies of scale. It's very similar to what the Midwest Coalition of Labor is doing. So you're taking what the carpenters are doing and doing it on a macro scale, taking all these unions in, right? Unions that might, by the way, be fighting on the job site over a piece of equipment can at least now get along and go, hey, let's put our differences aside. We're going to form this giant coalition. We're going to leverage our economies of scale, create our own economy basically, and give dues-paying, card-carrying members benefits that they otherwise wouldn't be able to get or would have to pay for by themselves.
Give us a little more detail about the other benefits offered.
So I'm glad that you asked that. Besides life insurance, we offer, and everything I'm about to say is for you, the member, and your family. So free roadside assistance, free legal guidance, and that includes, quite frankly, expungements, which some of our members need, credit repair, literally like upping your credit, property tax appeals, putting money back in your pocket. We do free financial planning, free college. We have credit unions. A lot of this centers around not only, adding value to the prospect of being in a union, but literally pushing money back into the members' pockets to offset their dues. And that's part of the concept of the Midwest Coalition of Labor.
So the MCL is a great benefit.
It's absolutely a great benefit.
What do union members find most valuable about the MCL?
So it's interesting, different members find different things valuable, right?
Yeah.
So if you're a 40-year-old carpenter, for example, and we've had this example, that had cancer 10 years ago and are in remission, but you have 2 little ones at home and a mortgage and you can never get life insurance, well, now you can. It's really heartwarming to talk to these members that call and say, hey, thank you for this, right? This is really fantastic. Or, unfortunately, talking to a widow that her husband passed away, he's the breadwinner, but for the fact that he bought life insurance, they'd be destitute. And so it's a really fantastic program. Makes you feel good about being a union member.
These are amazing benefits.
They're fantastic.
They're great. I mean, everyone should be jumping on this. For more information, where do people go?
For more information, 2 things. One is, if you are a union leader that's watching this right now, call us, 800-433-2099, and join our coalition. If you're a union member that's watching this right now, ask your union to call us and join us. You can go to coalitionoflabor.org. You can call that 800 number I just gave, 800-433-2099, which will literally go to my cell phone, Mark, and I'll pick it up.
Call him. Everybody call him. Thanks, Ed. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much,
Great
brother.
benefits, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Great. Really good job.
Thanks.
That's all for this episode of Built to Last. Be sure to follow us at Built to Last TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Join us on our next episode when we explore the amazing projects and meet the fantastic men and women of the Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council. I'm Mark Nilsson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.